Weather Scope.
Well, once again, strong winds bring death, injuries, and some damage to the portions of the Northeast. Hello, I'm Will Annan. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Channel. At Seaside, New Jersey, winds gusting as high as 73 miles an hour have brought some power lines and trees down. And in New York State, four school-aged children were reportedly killed this morning when strong winds blew a tree on top of their bus on their way to school. Six others on the bus were also injured this morning. So once again, we'll talk about some of the scenes in downtown New York. The day has been blustery with winds gusting above 50 miles per hour from time to time. Strong gusts are expected to continue throughout the day. New York could even experience wind speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour from time to time through this afternoon. So once again, we'll talk about the system creating all of this mess right now, and we'll head off to the northeast and show you. And once again, we are looking at a lot of cloud cover throughout the northeastern part of the country. That is our big storm beginning to wind up right now. It's really beginning to turn at this time throughout much of central and northern New England, where the snow is really coming down in central and northwestern Maine. Just a few snow showers now, Pennsylvania and much of New York State, but it's going to be the wind this afternoon. Take a look at the isobars right now, tightly packed. Otherwise, you can see as we zoom into the northeastern part of the country, we were going to look at a lot of snow showers there, and overall conditions pretty much on the blustery side for this afternoon. Different story in the southeastern part of the country. The front right now sagging through Jacksonville, Florida, and Tallahassee, knocking on the doorsteps around Orlando. But right now from Orlando on southward, we're looking at some very, very nice conditions. Still in the 80s for the most part around Orlando and Tampa and Miami. But as you work your way back towards the west, where temperatures were in the higher 70s and lower 80s yesterday, Atlanta, Montgomery to Jackson. Boy, what a difference 24 hours makes. Check on some of these numbers right now. 67 degrees in Charleston, 81 degrees in Tampa, but you can see nothing but 40s and 50s. Widespread strong winds now throughout the eastern part of the country and all the way down towards Atlanta, Charleston, South Carolina, and Raleigh, Durham, and even around Norfolk. So there's a bit of a chill in the air today and a much drier air mass as well. So hopefully that's going to help some of the river flooding right now. Help some of those rivers to recede a tad more before more rains come back in as you look at the upcoming weekend. Looking at the western part of the country, we'll show you what is happening here. And you can see around Cut Bank, Montana, 21 degrees. Salt Lake City is now at 49. And we're going to be taking a look at what's happening around San Francisco, too, at 53. Otherwise, we can also show you what else is happening around the nation and talk about some more pleasant weather. Well, let's get on to it and show you some more video coming up here. And once again, you can see as you look at parts of Tennessee, as a matter of fact, right around the Nashville area. These are scenes from downtown. And once again, we can talk about the blustery winds in the northeast, but areas of Tennessee are getting a chance to dry out, as we've just talked about. Roads were submerged underwater yesterday in Cheatham County in Tennessee. The area is just northwest of Nashville. Cheatham County got 2 more inches of rainfall from the storm system yesterday. The storm system also packed some high winds, which blew down some tree limbs too. So we're going to show you what's going to be happening as we take a look at the western satellite picture right now. And we'll check on the west and show you what is happening there. And overall, you can see as we put this in the motion, one more time, we're going to be looking at a good chance of more clouds for the Pacific Northwest. Overall, one system coming on board right now, but the stronger storm still developing across the Aleutians, heading down towards the Hawaiian chain. It looks pretty good right there. Temperatures are in the 70s right now in all locations from Hilo to Honolulu to around Lahui, while Alaska again is beginning to cool down there. And we can check on that coming up in just a little bit. Looking at the Alaska temps, you can see across the northern slopes between 20 and about 50 degrees below zero. We're checking your forecast coming up right now. A very interesting one, especially for the northeastern part of the country. At least it's going to begin to wind down. Your turbulent weather there across all of the northeast. The worst of the conditions right now, central and northwestern Maine, looking at some very heavy snow coming down. But it's going to be the winds, still could be gusting better than 60 miles per hour from New York City on northward. Winds today have already been gusting above 70 miles per hour in many locations.